You did like you always do. You protected Kanan.
Who see you like this, they might test you.
We gotta hit the fuck back, man. It's about showing who the fuck we are. We gotta be strategic. We already cut Rock off at the knees.
I want to cut off at the fucking neck.
How many more wars you trying to have at the same time? You about to find out.
What's up, big ass niggas? This your boy J Miles, and I am back with another video. And you know what to do. If you're new, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking, but most importantly, make sure you share it with your ugly ass friends. Now, on today's video, we'll be dealing with Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, and this one right here is Jukebox first kill revealed, and the episode 6 exclusive photos breakdown. So, in this particular video, you should already know that I will be breaking down the photos that they released to us and making my quick predictions on things that I think is happening and what we might see in this particular episode. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. We'll just go ahead and start with the photos and keep going photo by photo until we are done. And oh yeah, I meant to say one of the things that I've seen in here is the potential first kill of Jukebox of the season. Like, obviously this isn't her first body throughout the series, because we know that was the guy we seen last season. But judging by what I've seen in these exclusive photos, it looks like one of the theories that I had from a while back could end up landing, and it's a bit sad. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Anyways, we starting this thing off. You got Marvin and Flossie. They're having their normal, because they've been hanging out kind of a lot these past couple of episodes, having a talk. Maybe Marvin decided to go to the little whatever that shit's called with her. I forget what it's called, but y'all know what I'm talking about, I think. And a lot of discussion. He might run by her that Kanan has been interfering with some of their businesses and shit. And Flossie obviously isn't going to be happy about that. But Marvin has lost it now, and he's pissed the fuck off. So he wants Kanan gone. Next, we get to your girl Jarita. She is aiding Kanan, and she's like, God damn, your uncle did this to you? That nigga must hate you. That nigga beat the hell out of you. And Kanan, he don't look too happy. He like, yeah, well, I'm gonna get that ugly ass nigga back. I'm gonna get him. And Jarita probably somewhere like, you sure you want to try? God damn, I hate for him to give you another one of these. Next, we got Rock. She is obviously up to no good, judging by these photos, and I believe I know what it is she is up to. I think this has something to do with her tracking down Hafiz, but we will get to that. Next, we got Ugly Ass Stefano. This more than likely is him sitting at the table with Breeze, because we've seen in the trailer that he was speaking to Breeze, and Breeze was like, we already done brought Rock to her knees or something like that. And Stefano says, I want to bring her down to her effing neck. So he wants blood. Breeze not so, Breeze really doesn't care. It's like, bro, she's not even directly interfering with our business. And next we see your girl Rock again. Now pay attention to what the surrounding is. She's having a conversation and a discussion with someone. I believe this someone is absolutely Hafiz. I believe it's Hafiz, and she's telling him that, because I believe this is going to be the episode that Stefano is going to make a move to take Hafiz away from her. We know that is coming, And I believe that's what's happening here. And this could be Hafiz cutting Rock off, letting them know that we're no longer in business, and she's trying to sort it out, but Hafiz is not going to be trying to hear it. Next, we get to Juke. Obviously, she is inside of Kanan's apartment, but you can see the big ass hole in the wall where Marvin slammed him at. And I would suggest she is either there for one or two reasons. She's either there to check up on him because she know there was one hell of a ass whooping her father just unleashed on him, or she could be there because she wants to inform him a little bit more about the situation with Famous. More than likely though, it's the first one, you know, regards to checking up on him, and it could be both, you know. But anyways, she's going over there to check up on him. Marvin is still, I think Marvin is almost in shock because, you know, he promised to avenge Lou. But at the same time, he never would have guessed that he would have had to take down one of his own family members in order to get that revenge, right? So that's what I think is going to be absolutely hunting him this particular episode. It's kind of going to be like, if you could, for my OG Power fans, you remember back in season 6, episode 4, titled "Why Is Tommy Alive?" Ghost was trying to go after Tommy and you know, kill him that episode, but obviously he failed. And he was battling the demons of the ghost of Angie hunting him, saying, "Why is Tommy alive?" Right? So I could see Marvin having something very similar in regards to Lou. But anyways, next we get to Jukebox. She's there with Kanan. You see it's the same clothing, so it's the same moment. And you can see her taking a look at him, and she's looking at his eye, I would suggest, and she's like, "God damn, that mind really beat the shit out you. Like, I know you whooped your ass, but that mind beat the fuck out you, Kanan. You probably don't need to go nowhere near him again. Like, just let it go. Take your L. I'll sort this thing out, and you know, we can still be a family." But Kanan's not going to be trying to hear it. And like I said, she could be trying to tell him more information about Famous. Next, we get to Breeze and Kanan. And Breeze is like, "Damn, nigga, I ain't know your uncle had hands like that. Shit, I'm your big brother, at least I think it is, but shit, big brother ain't finna go over there and try to fight that nigga." That nigga beat the shit out of you. But you know, we seen in the trailer, he said, you know, people saying him like that, they might try to test him. And you can see that Kanan is still very much furious about what has happened. And he said, this is also the line we get from the official trailer, where he says, you know, or was it a teaser? Either way, it was an exclusive clip teaser, something like that. But Bree says to him, you know, you ain't scared of nobody. And then Kanan responds, "I'm scared of myself." So that particular scene will take place right here. And I can see, you know, them kind of strategizing about more things of how to potentially get his revenge. Next, we see that Captain Patisse is back. So to me, that means only one thing, people. To me, this means that Garcia is now getting really close to solving the murder of Detective Howard. Because why else would they bring him back? It doesn't make sense for them to, outside of the realm of the mystery between the death of Howard. So we know episode 5, he got a major clue from Ping. So it just makes sense that they bring back Baptiste, and it's related to solving that case. Next, we get to Jarita, and you know, she's looking at Kanan and stuff like that. She probably still thinking, man, you got your ass whooped. But we do know that something major will happen between both Kanan and Jarita this particular episode. Episode 6 synopsis says Kanan and Tiana's relationship takes a turn. Now, this turn that the relationship will take, if you didn't know better, like if you didn't know who Jarita was to him, like if you didn't watch OG Power, you probably would look at this and think, oh, this is, they're going to have a breakup because of what has happened. But no, the turn that's happening here is Jarita is now pregnant and she will tell Kanan. That's all that's happening there. Next, we get Marvin, and he is talking to Flossie as what still I would suggest. And I wouldn't be surprised if Flossie is giving Marvin advice on how to deal with this situation with Kanan. And it also wouldn't surprise me if she tells him, you got to be strategic as well. Just like Breeze is telling Kanan to be strategic, Flossie is probably going to be telling Marvin the same thing. Also, Flossie might tell Marvin, now here's a twist. It's possible that Rock is getting ready to snake Marvin. Yeah, they brothers and stuff, but let's be real. Who is Rock going to choose when it comes to her brother and her son? If you watch the series, we all know the answer to that. So, Flossie possibly being a mother herself and a woman, she probably would be able to see it and tell Marvin, you need to watch your back, because she's always going to choose Kanan over you. Know that. And she's going to be correct. So don't be surprised if we see that. Next, we see it looks like the conversation between Kanan and Jarita is getting a little bit more intense. I would suggest she's probably telling him about something that he doesn't want to hear. He's probably a little furious about, the ass whooping he just took. But it's kind of embarrassed to go to your girl with your eyes swole like that, and she's going to ask you what happened, and he has to tell her, I got my ass whooped. No man wants to tell his girl he got his ass whooped, So that's what I would see this is going on. This is probably before she tells him she's pregnant. Next, we get to Breeze and Stefano. That's kind of just a follow-up of what I've already told y'all about the Stefano situation. Breeze is telling them, we already done pretty much took care of Rock without having to, actually pull a trigger. And Stefano, that's not going to be enough for him. So, eventually Stefano got to get up out of here. And right here, we get Flossie again. I think it's the same moment with her speaking with Marvin, putting them on game. And, we also see Jarita here having a conversation with Flossie. And it could be Jarita attempting to want to get out of the game as far as, being an escort for Flossie. And with Flossie, the type of girl that I think Flossie is, she probably won't let her out. That would lead to Kanan ultimately going to pay a visit to her to try to force her to let him out. Anyways, next, here is the big reveal, people. Here's the big reveal that I can see that potential big kill from Jukebox happening. As you see in this exclusive photos, we now see Marvin and Juke meeting with Amber. Now, why else would these two be together meeting with Amber? Obviously, the situation with the police and Marvin is starting to get hot. Amber, I believe, doesn't want to give up her Uncle Marvin, but she is under a lot of pressure. She is just a child. Juke, on the other hand, will be like, that girl is going to snitch on you. She's going to put you away for life. And Marvin is going to have an intense conversation probably with Juke saying, she's off limits. I don't care. We're not touching her. And Juke could potentially go behind Marvin's back and take her out, people. Don't be surprised if that happened. Next, we have Kanan, and he is speaking with his crew here. And I can see another situation where this could end up being the death of Crank here. I don't know why. But if not Crank, I think somebody from the crew will die here. And the reason why I'm saying that is let's pay attention to what's going on. Kanan has just freshly gotten his ass whooped. Breeze just told Kanan that people seeing you like this, they might try to test you. Well, let's go back to OG Power, people. Remember in episode 601 when Tommy had his fight with Ghost, and Ghost swole blackened Tommy's eye. What happened? Pancho tried to crack jokes on him and actually tried to test him a little bit, and ultimately leading to Tommy having to take him out, right? I can see the same thing happening with Crank. If it's not Crank, it would be somebody else in the crew. I'm gonna call it right now. He's gonna drop somebody to let them know I am not to be fucked with. I don't care what the hell has happened. I'm still you guys' boss, and you gonna fucking respect me. I'm telling you right now, that is probably going to happen. Next, we got your boy Breeze. He is in the car looking at somebody in the rearview mirror, I say. And I'm not exactly sure who it is. Could it be somebody telling him? Could be. I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out to be Marvin, because we do know that Breeze and Marvin ends up having a shootout. So, don't be surprised if this is Marvin telling Breeze to try to make a move on Breeze. Breeze peeps game and they have a major shootout. Next, we get back to, bro, Marvin beat the shit out this nigga. But do y'all see that shit? He beat the god damn, boy. He beat the shit out this nigga. How's your eye that damn, bro? This nigga got hit by a baseball bat, bro, and they left the baseball hanging on this nigga eye. God damn, that boy beat your ass, man. But anyways, though, I would say this is just more confident words from Jarita and Kanan, listening to her, but at the same time, he's still thinking about that ass whooping. Because like OG Kanan said, you never forget an ass whooping like that. And lastly, the last photo of it, this is Rock, and I'm telling you, this is her sitting down with Hafiz. 100% sitting down with Hafiz, I believe. And she's getting bad news that they are no longer in business. So she will ultimately take out Hafiz. But I will have the full breakdown of exactly how that will happen in another video. But pretty much that's all I got for y'all as far as this particular video. Definitely let me know what y'all think of these exclusive photos. What do you think of these predictions? What are your predictions? And what could you possibly see all taking place in this episode 6? Let me know all of that more in the comment sections. But like usual, if you're cool with me, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, leave a like, comment. Let me know what you think of it. Most importantly, make sure you share it with your glad friends. But until the next video, I'm out.